Queenstown, New Zealand. 10 epic adventures you can't miss. There's a town at the edge of a glacial lake in New Zealand where the mountains drop straight into the water, and the entire place was built around the idea of doing something terrifying before breakfast. Queenstown earned the title of Adventure Capital of the World not through marketing, but through geography. The terrain is extreme, the lake is vast, the canyons are deep enough for jet boats moving at 85 kilometers per hour, and the ski fields sit on a ridgeline called the Remarkable, a name that required no exaggeration. But Queenstown isn't only about adrenaline. A gold rush ghost town, a century-old steamship, Fjordland that took 12,000 years of glacial carving to produce. This place runs deeper than the bungee cords. These are the 10 epic adventures and unmissable experiences in Queenstown, New Zealand. Number 1 is the ride that put this town on the map and still delivers after 6 decades. Number 10. Skyline, Queenstown. The Skyline Gondola climbs 450 meters above Queenstown on the steepest cable car lift in the southern hemisphere, arriving at a ridgeline with one of the most comprehensive views in New Zealand, Lake Wakatipu in full below, the Remarkables to the south, Cecil Peak and Walter Peak across the water, and on clear days, the range of Fjordland visible to the southwest. At the summit, the Luge track offers something unexpected, a controlled descent on wheeled cart through banked corners and tunnels with a chairlift returning to the top for another run. It sounds modest. The reality is that people lose track of time completely. There are 3 tracks of increasing technical difficulty, and the combination of speed, steering, and panoramic backdrop makes it one of the most purely enjoyable experiences in Queenstown for any age. The restaurant at the top holds the best table in town regardless of what's on the menu. Book the Gondola and Luge combo online for a discount. The summit is best at sunset. Arrive an hour before and stay through the alpenglow on the Remarkables. The last gondola down runs late, well after dark. Number 9. TSS Earnslaw Cruise. The TSS Earnslaw has been crossing Lake Wakatipu since 1912. She is a twin-screw steamship, coal-fired, 51 meters long, built in Dunedin and reassembled at the lake, and she is the oldest passenger vessel still operating in the southern hemisphere. The engine room is open to passengers. The coal shoveling is done by hand, by crew in view. The standard cruise crosses to Walter Peak High Country Farm on the far shore, a working ship and cattle station where sheepdogs demonstrate mustering technique, and the farm kitchen runs a buffet that has been feeding lake visitors for generations. The combination of a genuine working vessel, a functioning farm, and the scale of the lake from water level produces something no land-based itinerary can replicate. Lake Wakatipu is the 3rd largest in New Zealand and behaves like a small island sea. From the deck of the Earnslaw, the mountains surrounding it are seen in full for the first time. The Earnslaw departs from Steamer Wharf in central Queenstown multiple times daily. The evening dinner cruise includes the farm visit and buffet. Book in advance during summer. Standing on the bow as the ship gets underway with the Remarkables dead ahead is the correct way to start. Number 8. Queenstown Gardens. The Queenstown Gardens occupy a glacial peninsula that juts into Lake Wakatipu, a finger of flat land surrounded on 3 sides by water with the Remarkables framed directly across. The peninsula was designated a public reserve in 1867, making the gardens one of the oldest public spaces in New Zealand, and the original planting of English oaks and exotic conifers have grown to substantial size. Inside the gardens, a disc golf course laid out through the trees, a lawn bowls club operating since 1879, rose gardens, and a skating rink in winter. The perimeter path along the lake edge is one of the finest short walks in Queenstown, completely flat, completely free, and delivering continuous lake and mountain views without requiring any effort at all. The gardens function as the town's living room. Early mornings bring runners and dog walkers. Afternoons bring families and visitors lying on the grass. Evening brings people watching the light move across the remarkables. The peninsula tip at sunset is the finest free viewpoint in Queenstown. Bring a blanket in shoulder season. The lake chill arrives well before the light fades. Number 7. Lake Wakatipu. Lake Wakatipu is 291 square kilometers of glacially carved freshwater, 80 kilometers long, up to 380 meters deep, and shaped like a lightning bolt between the ranges. The water temperature averages 13 degrees Celsius year-round. The clarity is exceptional. The lake is fed entirely by glacial meltwater and alpine streams, and the bottom is visible at depth that would be opaque in most freshwater lakes. The lake has a documented phenomenon called sage, a rhythmic rise and fall of the water level of approximately 8 centimeters, repeating every 26 minutes, caused by atmospheric pressure changes across the lake's length. Maori tradition explains it as the breathtaking of giant Matau who lies curled beneath the lake. Both accounts describe the same observable fact. The lake is the reason Queenstown exists where it does. The flat shoreline that became the town, the cold deep water that drew the first settler, the mountain backdrop that made the town famous. Every experience on this list either occurs on it, above it, or within sight of it. Kayak rentals are available from Central Beach for independent lake exploration. The calm of early morning on the lake surf before the jet boats begin is a markedly different experience from any other time of day. Number 6. Bab's Cove Track. Bab's Cove Track is a 2.4-kilometer return walk through ancient beech forests along the western edge of Lake Wakatipu, 12 kilometers from Queenstown. The track ends at a protected cove where the water is shallow, green, and sheltered from the lake's wind, and where the remarkables across the water are framed between trees that have been growing for centuries. The track passes through a nationally significant geological site. Petrified wood deposits embedded in the limestone at the cove edge, remnants of a subtropical forest that covered the region 30 million years ago before the Alps rose and the climate shifted. The transition from subtropical to alpine, compressed into a single boulder face, is one of the most disorienting geological experiences in New Zealand. Bab's Cove is not on most Queenstown itineraries. That is the strongest argument for going. The track is easy and takes about 45 minutes return. Carry swimmers in summer. The cove is calm enough for a swim and cold enough to be genuinely refreshing. The car park is small. Arrive by 9 a.m. or after 4 p.m. to avoid a few visitors who do know about it. Number 5. Old Lower Shotover Bridge. The Old Lower Shotover Bridge was built in 1871 to provide access to the goldfields on the far side of the Shotover River. The Old Lower Shotover Bridge was built in 1871 to provide access to the goldfields on the far side of the Shotover River. It is a timber suspension bridge, hand-built without power tools, spanning the gorge at a point where the river runs fast and green below. The bridge is still walkable, still entirely original in structure, and listed as a heritage site. The Shotover River below was one of the richest gold-bearing rivers in the world during the 1860s rush. Chinese miners who were excluded from the most productive claims worked the tailing downstream and found significant gold in deposits that European miners had dismissed. The river running below the bridge carried enough gold through it to transform the economy of the entire Otago region. The bridge is free to access, requires no booking, and is almost always quiet. The view upstream from the deck, the river bending between schist bluffs, willows straining in the current, the valley deepening toward Skipper's Canyon, is one of the most beautiful in the Queenstown area and one of the most overlooked. Combine the bridge visit with the Shotover Jet for a complete Shotover River experience. The jet boat runs upstream through the gorge that the bridge overlooks. The two experiences frame the river from opposite perspectives. Number 4. Arrowtown and the Chinese settlement. Arrowtown is a gold rush town 21 kilometers from Queenstown that stopped developing in 1900s and never started again. The Victorian Main Street is largely original. Stone buildings, covered verandas, a bank that became a museum, a jail with original cells intact. The autumn foliage, European deciduous trees planted by settlers who missed Northern Hemisphere seasons, turns the main street gold and orange in March and April, producing one of the most photographed streetscapes in New Zealand. At the edge of town, along the Arrow River, is the Chinese settlement, the most intact surviving physical record of the Chinese gold rush presence in New Zealand. Between 1865 and the early 1900s, hundreds of Chinese miners lived and worked here, occupying hand-built stone and canvas huts along the riverbank after being systematically excluded from the main goldfields by poll taxes and discriminatory legislation. The settlement has been partially reconstructed and interpreted, the huts, the opium den, the store, but the original stone foundations are genuine, and the river where the miners worked their claims is unchanged. It is one of the most important sites of Chinese heritage in New Zealand and one of the least visited. Arrowtown is a 25-minute drive from Queenstown and worth a half day. Visit in late March and early April for peak autumn color. The Lakes District Museum on the main street provides the history context that makes the Chinese settlement legible. Number 3. The Remarkables Ski Area. The Remarkables is the ridgeline visible from visually every point in Queenstown, a serrated wall of schist rock running north to south at 2,300 meters, its face turned directly toward the town. In winter, it carries one of the most accessible ski fields in the southern hemisphere. In summer, it becomes a landscape of alpine runs, tusk grassland, and trails that deliver the view from the other side. The ski area covers 3 distinct bowls, each with different terrain characteristics spread across 220 skiable hectares. The beginner terrain is extensive. The expert terrain, including the back bowls accessed only by side country travel, is serious. The view from the upper runs, with Lake Wakatipu occupying the entire valley below and Queenstown visible as a cluster of buildings at the far end, is the most dramatic ski backdrop in New Zealand. The Remarkables earned their name from European explorer William Rees, who in 1860 described the range as remarkably regular, noting that it was one of the few mountain ranges in the world that runs precisely north to south. The name simplified, the range remained. The ski season runs June through October. Book lift passes in advance for significant savings. In summer, the Remarkables road to the ski area base is open to drive. The alpine environment at the top is accessible without any skiing whatsoever, and the turns at the elevation are worth the drive alone. Number 2. Milford Sound. Milford Sound is not in Queenstown. It is 290 kilometers off the southwest, inside Fiordland National Park, at the end of one of the great mountain drives in the world. It is on this list because no trip to Queenstown is complete without it, and because the fjord itself is a landscape without comparison in the southern hemisphere. Milford Sound is technically a fjord carved by glacial action over 12,000 years, filled by the Tasman Sea. The walls rise on both sides to over 1,500 meters. Mitre Peak ascends 1,692 meters directly from the waterline, one of the highest sea cliffs on Earth. Waterfalls cascade off both walls year-round. After rainfall, they multiply into dozens of white threads, falling hundreds of meters in silence. The fjord receives an average of 6,000 millimeters of rain per year. Visitors who hope for a clear day are misunderstanding the landscape. The mist, the low cloud on the walls, the waterfalls swollen by overnight rain, these are the conditions under which Milford Sound is at its most primeval and most itself. Day trips from Queenstown run by road or fly cruise fly. The fly option delivers 20 minutes of most concentrated aerial scenery in New Zealand and is worth the premium. Book the earliest boat departure. The fjord is calm in the morning and the tourist boats multiply through the day. Number 1. Shotover Jet. In 1965, a farmer named Bill Hamilton invented the jet boat specifically to navigate the Shotover River, a river too shallow and too fast for any propeller-driven vessel. The boat he built used a pump-driven water jet instead of a propeller, allowing it to operate in water as shallow as 10 centimeters. The Shotover Jet has been running the same gorge since 1970. It is the original jet boat experience on the river that created the technology. The ride covers 4 kilometers of the Shotover River Gorge, a schist rock canyon with walls that narrow to 4 meters in places, overhanging the river surface. The boat runs at 85 kilometers per hour. The boats run 85 kilometers per hour. It clears the canyon walls by margins that are measured in centimeters and verified by years of millimeter precise navigation. The 360-degree spins happen without warning. Queenstown has bungee jumping, skydiving, canyon swinging, and whitewater rafting. The Shotover Jet predates all of them, inspired many of them, and still outperforms most of them for the combination of technical precision, natural setting, and pure velocity. The gorge does not get old. The speed does not become routine. The canyon walls at 85 kilometers per hour are exactly as close as they appear. This is the ride that defined Queenstown's identity as an adventure destination. Everything else on this list exists in its shadow. Book online in advance. The Shotover Jet is the most popular single experience in Queenstown, and peak summer seasons sell out days ahead. Waterproof clothing is provided. Secure everything in your pockets. The 360-degree spins are the moment cameras go overboard. A steamship that has been crossing the same lake since 1912. A canyon that takes 6 decades of jet boats and still hasn't been tamed. A fjord carved by 12,000 years of glacial action. A global rush that left behind stone huts, petrified subtropical forests, and a history nobody tells twice with the same way. Queenstown doesn't need to be oversold. It just needs to be seen. Subscribe for more destinations like this. Drop the next one in the comments.